Now I'm going to type in the body of the memo. Okay, I've typed in the body of the memo, and I'm sure you have too. All right, so now you've pressed enter twice, and we're ready to start your table. All right, first of all, you look at it and you say you count. Course name is 1, that's row number 1. Advanced Word is 2. Excel for Beginners is 3. Advanced Excel is 4. And Introduction is 5. So there's 5 rows. How many columns? Course name is 1. Location is 2. Days is 3. Time is 4. So we have to make a table. So we want to go to Insert, Table, and we want to make it 4 columns wide and 5 rows down. So it says 4 by 5. 4 columns wide, 5 rows down. And that's what we want. And there's your table. Now, in the front of your package, what does it say? It tells you that you must click on your four-headed arrow, right-click, Table Properties, all right? And the first thing, Table Center. Row, specify the height. In this one, I'm going to say let's go with 0.4. So 0.4. And your cell is always vertically aligned. So you have to do those 3 things for every table at the beginning. All right? And say OK. And there's all our cells. So now we are ready to key in, and you're going to type in course name, and then tab and type in location, and then tab and type in days, and tab and type in time. All right, and then tab, and now you should be down here at the name under course name. Okay, so now I've typed in everything in the table, and I'm sure you have too. All right, so first of all, it tells us to save it as your name, date, schedule, memo. So we want to go File, and we want to go Save As. Now we want to go to Browse, and remember we have to go to your name. Okay, so we're going to go to your name. So my name is Al Mansell. We're going to go to ICT slot 4, and we're going to go to, I haven't got one for tables, so I'm going to right click and go to New Folder and make one for tables. Okay. All right, so we're going to select tables, double click, and make sure it says your name, slot 4, and tables. All right, now we were to type in our name and type in your current date for yourself, and it's supposed to be called Schedule Memo. All right, that's good, and save it. Okay, now it has been saved properly. That's good. Now, the next thing that it tells you to do is that you are to add a row. Now, when you want to add a row, you're going to select the row, and you know the words. Always right-click. Right-click, insert, row above. Okay, there's where we want a row above. And we also want a row above on Advanced Excel. So select it, right-click, and insert row above. All right, so now you were told to do that in steps 4, 5, and 6. So don't forget that, don't miss those out, okay? So now what we want to do is in row 5, Word for Beginners, all right? I see Word here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. For beginners, I see that here. Okay, so I'm going to copy it and paste it. All right, so I got Word for Beginners. That's what I want. Now, Intermediate Excel, I haven't got Intermediate, so I have to type that in. But I have got Excel, so therefore I'm going to copy it and paste it in. Okay, now Word for Beginners is room 105. Okay, so I'm going to copy room 105 and paste it in. And Intermediate Excel is 107, so I'm going to copy 107 and paste it in. Now, for the days, it's Tuesday, Thursday, so I need Tuesday, Thursday, Control C, Control V. And room 107 is Tuesday, Thursday, so I go Control V again. All right, the time is 8:30, so I'm going to select my time, Control C, paste it in. And the other time is 1:30, so I'm going to select that one, copy it, and paste it in. So very nicely, you were able to put in all your rows, and you did not have to key in the last two. You just went copy and paste. All right, let's go Control S to save. Okay, the next thing is you are to add shading to all of your table. And note that it says do this first. Yes, for sure, you always do your shading first. Now, we want shading on alternate rows, so watch. I'm going to click in the left side, hold down my Control key, click now on Advanced Word, Intermediate Excel, and Introduction, because that's what I asked you to do. All right, and now we're going to go to Home. We have to go to Borders and Shading, and you know this, and we want shading. First thing you do is shading. You want 15%, choose a color. I'm going to go with red. You choose whatever color you want, all right? And say OK. So now you put the shading in on the alternate rows, and that's exactly what you should have. Then it asks you to add thick color borders to the outside of the table. All right, select your table. Now go to Borders and Shading and choose a thick line. I don't care what one you choose, but choose a thick line. And I went with red shading, so I'm going to go with red. Okay, now I didn't want the inside lines to be changed yet. Okay, so I'm going to take those off, and I'm going to go up and grab your single line, horizontal, and vertical for right now. Now, it says to you, make the inside horizontal lines one color and the vertical lines another color. All right, so I went with red for the vertical, so I'm going to change the horizontals to blue. Or I could go with green. Christmas is coming up. Okay, so my horizontals are green, my verticals are red, and I haven't got big, thick lines, which I don't want. Okay, and that's all that we need right now, so say OK, and take a look. You got vertical reds, you've got horizontal greens. Now the headings here, let's select that. Remember, always use a white arrow. Go Control B and size up a couple, just so that you know they're their headings. Now, if you want to center them, go Control E. That's your choice, okay? All right, now, okay, we want to use a thick line here below these. So let's go to Borders and Shading. Now, I'm going to stick with my same line that I chose, but I'm going to change it to 2 1/4 points for the bottom. So I'm going to put the bottom on at 2 1/4 points. All right, say OK. And now you see my red around the outside, a thinner red underneath, and I've got green and red as my inside lines. Okay, that should do it, I think. That's everything that you need. Okay, now the only other thing is that we want to put in your path and file name. So go to Insert and go to Quick Parts. And you want to go to Field, Document, Information, File Name, Add to Path, and say OK. And remember, what do we have to do? Shift Home and size it down. 1, 2, 3. Now, make sure you check. Don't look at my D drive. Yours should not be on D drive, okay? You put yours should say the U drive, ICTB, and then so on there. So make sure your path and file name is right. If yours says the D drive, you're in the wrong place. So correct it. All right, good work. That's all you have to do, so we'll stop here.